Hey everyone, ever feel like your mind's a bit of a mess? Like you are not as strong as you could be? A strong mind is key to a good life. It's like a superpower that helps you keep going when things get tough. This video dives into some wisdom from Buddhism and how it connects to 10 habits that can actually weaken your mind. If we understand these ideas, we can totally boost our mental strength and bounce back from anything. Habit 1. Negative thinking. A negative mindset is like a dark cloud blocking the sun. It makes everything look gloomy. When we are always focusing on the bad stuff, we miss out on the good. It's like wearing sunglasses inside. Everything's dim. If we constantly think negatively, we start to believe everything is bad, making success seem impossible. This can become a self-fulfilling prophecy. We might be afraid to try new things because we are convinced we will fail. Buddhism can help. Mindfulness, which means paying attention to our thoughts without judging them, is a great tool. Instead of letting negative thoughts take over, we can simply notice them and then choose to focus on the positive. It's like sweeping away the clouds. Buddhism also talks about loving kindness meditation, where we send positive thoughts to ourselves and others. Regular practice can shift our mindset from negative to positive. Another idea is impermanence, the understanding that everything changes. Bad times will pass just like good times. This happens with us face challenges knowing they aren't forever. Habit 2. Complaining. Complaining is like holding a hot coal. It only hurts you. It focuses on what's wrong instead of finding solutions. It's like quicksand. The more we complain, the deeper we sink. Buddhism teaches us about impermanence. Complaining makes us think things will never get better, trapping us in negativity. Instead of seeing challenges as temporary, we make them seem permanent. To break this habit, we can practice acceptance. This means understanding that life has ups and downs and we can't control everything. It's like dancing in the rain instead of complaining about the storm. By accepting what we can't change, we free ourselves. Buddhism also encourages us to focus on what we can control. It's like steering a boat. We can't control the weather, but we can control the boat. This shifts us from complaining to problem solving. Letting go is another powerful idea. It's like releasing a balloon. Letting go of complaints creates space for positive change. Habit 3. Not expressing yourself. Not expressing yourself is like having a treasure chest but keeping it locked. It stops us from sharing our thoughts and feelings. It's like navigating in the dark. Buddhism says expressing yourself authentically is vital for mental well-being. Holding back our emotions is like bottling up a frizzy drink. Eventually, it might explode as stress or anxiety. Right speech in Buddhism encourages us to communicate with truth, kindness, and mindfulness. It's like planting seeds of positivity. Mindfulness helps us become aware of our thoughts. It's like a mirror. By being present, we can express ourselves clearly and compassionately. Expressing ourselves isn't just about words. Body language and gestures are also important. Being aware of this helps us communicate better. Habit 4. Blaming others. Blaming others is like running a race with a backpack full of rocks. It weighs us down. It takes away our power. It's like letting someone or else steer your life. Buddhism teaches us about karma. Our actions have consequences. Blaming others ignores these. It makes us spectators instead of active participants. Taking responsibility means understanding we can shape our experiences. It's like being the captain of our ship. Forgiveness is key. It's not about saying what others did is okay, but about releasing ourselves from resentment. It's like setting down a heavy backpack. Mindfulness helps us become aware of our thoughts so we can catch ourselves before we blame. Habit 5. Fantasizing instead of visualizing. Fantasizing is like building castles in the air. They are beautiful, but they are not real. It disconnects us from the present. It's like chasing mirages. Buddhism talks about right intention and right action, which means visualizing positive outcomes and taking steps to achieve them. Visualization is about creating mental images of achievable goals. It's like having a treasure map. Buddhism also reminds us that change is constant. Fantasies often involve clinging to a fixed future, while visualization adapts. Mindfulness helps us see the present clearly and guide our thoughts towards realistic visualization. Bit 6. Neglecting relationships. Neglecting relationships is like forgetting to water your plants. They wither away. Humans are social beings, and connections brings joy and support. It's like trying to sail without wind. Neglecting loved ones is like neglecting a garden. Weeds of misunderstanding start to grow. It's this. Be present. Presence is like sunshine for relationships. Spend quality time with loved ones. It's like watering the plants. Communication is also vital. It's like the wind in the sails. Buddhism reminds us that time is precious. This motivates us to prioritize relationships. Habit 7. Letting emotions rule you. Letting emotions rule you is like being carried away by a current. You lose control. Buddhism teaches us to observe our emotions without being swept away. It's like standing on the riverbank and watching the water flow. Emotional intelligence involves understanding and managing our emotions with others. It's like having a compass. Mindfulness helps us observe our emotions without judgment. Buddhism encourages a balanced mind through practices like loving kindness, meditation. Habit 8. Trying to control everything. Trying to control everything is like juggling too many balls. Eventually, you will drop them. Buddhism teaches us about non-attachment, letting go of the illusion of control. It's like realizing we can't hold on the clouds. Surrendering control doesn't mean giving up. It means recognizing the limits of our influence. It's like planting seeds. We nurture them, but we can't control the weather. Mindfulness helps us focus on what we can influence. Surrendering control actually leads to empowerment. 9. Dwelling on the past. Dwelling on the past is like carrying a heavy backpack full of old stuff. It slows us down. Buddhism teaches us to be present. It's like opening the windows to let in fresh air. Letting go of the past creates space for new experiences. Dwelling on the past also ties us to old wounds. Buddhism encourages forgiveness for others and ourselves. It's like opening the door to release the past. Impermanence reminds us that everything changes. Self-compassion is also crucial. 10. Worrying about others' opinion. Worrying about what others say is like carrying a backpack full of other people's thoughts. It burdens us. It ties our self-worth to external opinions. Buddhism teaches us about equanimity, remaining balanced amid praise and criticism. Worrying about others' opinions is like building our house on shaky ground. Equanimity helps us develop resilience. Buddhism also teaches self acceptance and authenticity. Mindfulness helps us become aware of our thoughts. Self love is the antidote to worrying about others' opinion. So, there you have it, 10 habits that can weaken your mind and how Buddhist wisdom can help you overcome them. By practicing mindfulness, compassion, and wisdom, you can build a stronger, more resilient mind. It's a journey, and every step counts. Thank you, and have a nice day.